Hey, it's Diego Viteri. Welcome to a new video of Viteri Boxing. Today I want to teach you how to make your hooks more powerful, but I'm not going to focus on the mechanics because I've done that in previous videos, or you can find that in any other video where they teach the hook. What I'm going to teach is human chess. I'm going to teach you strategic positioning, angles, and how to make it more efficient. When I said more efficient, efficiency means that you have more power but with less effort, and that's what I'm going to teach you today. So let's begin with the video. The first thing we need to understand in order to know positioning is the different types of distances that we have in boxing. The first one is the short range, the mid range, and the long range. Let's start with the short range. First, it always has to be in your terms. Never expect him to come forward. If you want to throw a hook in a short range, you have to be the one looking for the short range. So in order to close the gap, we're going to throw a jab. And when we're going to throw the jab, we're going to move into a 45-degree angle. The reason why I'm moving into a 45-degree angle is two reasons why. The number one is because I have more distance, I have more leverage. So from here, I can generate a lot more power to my opponent. And I'm also away from his line of attack, so he can't punch me. Okay? Normally in boxing, in traditional boxing, you will see boxers there completely in a straight line. So from this straight line, the only way they can throw a punch is like shovel hooks, like a little 45-degree, but it's not possible to actually generate that much power. And even if you throw it like this and open it, you are open to a punch from your opponent. So make sure that when you use the jab to distract him, to blind him, you move into a 45-degree angle, and from here you throw your punch with a lot more power. Now we're going to go into mid-range. Whenever you're going to throw a hook in the mid-range, you have to make sure that you are in the mid-range. So how can you see if you're in a mid-range? You're going to put your arms straight without doing any step or anything. From here, you are in the mid-range. And this is the most common place where you're going to be fighting. This is the most common, or maybe the long range. So from here, if I want to throw a hook, normally people will just pivot their foot and throw the hook with power. But I can't connect to my opponent. So what people mostly do is they overextend, or they pull their arm to catch their opponent, but that doesn't generate that much power. Why? Because I'm not applying the line of power. What is the line of power? It's the line between your knuckles, your wrist, and your elbow. So whenever you punch, you need to have this line in order to have a lot more power, and you prevent to get injured, okay? So if I want to catch my opponent from the mid-range, what I have to do is I have to step. I will step, and I will still have the same synchronization. Whenever I step on the floor, when my foot touches the floor, the punch has to land on the heavy bag, okay? So from here, you're gonna work three minutes. You can work 2-3 rounds, making sure that you're working orthodox and southpaw, because in human chess, we work with both stances. So from here, you throw powerful punches without the risk of getting injured. One tip to make it more efficient is that whenever you are fighting, and since you are looking for to get around his guard, is you can be walking next to him, just walking, and you're positioning yourself. Since you're walking, you're already positioning your hook to have a better leverage to catch your opponent. So you'll be walking, a little walking, and you throw a punch. Remember that the step is never in the straight line. It's never in the straight line. You never step in a straight line. You step in a 45-degree angle, making sure you're always ending up on the tip of your toe. Why? Because I want to pull back. In case I have to go back, I'll push and I'll go back. I can always go back. Now we're moving into the long range. In order to punch your opponent from the long range, you need to be able to use your footwork properly, because I'm moving forward, I'm jumping forward, not actually jumping, but what I call in Spanish desplazamiento, and until now I don't find a word to describe this as desplazamiento. I don't find a word in English for desplazamiento. So what you need a desplazamiento, you need your footwork correctly in order to move forward into your opponent, and that we will learn in my online courses, Viteri Boxing, in viteriboxing.com. And not only that, you get in shape, because it's our complete classes. We're going to work different drills, we're going to work different techniques, so make sure to go on viteriboxing.com, you will love it. Now that we are here, we have to make sure that always have a distraction. We can't just jump forward into our opponent because he can catch us with a punch. So whenever we are here, we're going to have two things. Number one is our rhythm, short rhythm, moving our torso, moving our head, from here, okay? And number two, you're gonna be putting your rear foot in the tip of your toe already in the ball of the foot. Why? Because I'm pushing from here. I'm pushing from here in order to move forward. Okay, so I'm going to be moving and already prepared. Always the tip of your toe has to be pointing to your opponent. It's the same as a sprinter. If he's running, he's going to be pointing towards the way he's running. Okay, so the same thing. You're going to be pointing to your opponent. You're going to be moving to distract him, and from here you just move into your opponent. Okay, and throw the hook back. Since this is human chess, I'm not going in a straight line. I'm moving into a 45-degree angle. So from here I'm moving. I'm moving in a 45-degree angle. So when I finish, I'm already in an angle, in a position, in a better position. So from here I can still punch my opponent and he can't punch me. That's the whole point. So make sure to use your torso and to use the tip of the toe. And there's a second option which I learned from karate, and it's a sugiyashi. Sugiyashi is basically when you close your rear foot, gets into your lead foot, and then you move forward. This is basically a sugiyashi, but we use it with a desplazamiento, and I call it a blind step. I call it a blind step because you can't actually see I'm moving forward. I'm just moving my rear foot, but I'm actually closing a lot of the gap. So from here I'll move to the front, and I'll push with this desplazamiento in a 45-degree angle, and from here I can still catch my opponent with different punches. Thanks for watching my class. I hope this was useful, and remember that whenever I say that you are going to throw powerful punches, I'm saying that you're going to throw powerful punches in the heavy bag or in the mids when you're working with your coach, but I don't mean that you have to take your opponent's head off your opponent's head, because I want to make sure that your brain is intact, that your neurons are intact. Remember that ETC is a reality. You can have traumatic injuries in your brain that it's not curable. So make sure to always protect your brain, to have fun, and make these powerful punches to make you a powerful weapon, but not against someone. Whenever you're fighting someone or sparring with someone as human chess, you look for timing, precision, rhythm, but you don't look for powerful punches or to damage your opponent, okay? So make sure to always work in a technical way. I'll see you in the next class next week, and also make sure to go to MiteriBoxing.com. I'm really sure that you will love it and that you will get in shape both physically and mentally. So see you there.